Hey, this is Brian Kurtz with the Real Estate Investing Show. Today we're going to be kicking off a new series that we're going to be entitling Funding Fundamentals. If you guys are new or if you're seasoned, it's going to become really clear, really fast that financing for your real estate investment deals is going to be the lifeblood, the core, the cornerstone of your business. Without financing, pretty much you're going to have a limited ability in what you can achieve in your real estate investing business. Even if you're a cash buyer, cash only goes so far. I mean, pretty much everybody has their limit. Even if you have, $1 million, $1 million only buys so much real estate. If you're in a place like California, it doesn't buy very much. If you're a place like here, it buys a lot. But in any case, everybody's got a limit on their cash, so you need to be able to go ahead and leverage your properties with other people's money. Problem with that is, while things were great, a few years back, handing out money to everybody, it's not so easy now. And that's why a lot of investors are pulled out. You see that people are not buying investment properties, even though pretty much everything's on sale. Deals are to be had more now than ever before. I mean, anybody can find a good deal. We hunt down great deals all the time for people that are on our wholesale hot list. But I mean, you can find good deals just about every block. So how come people are not buying more of these properties if everything's on sale, and it's always better to buy low and sell high versus buy high and sell low? Well, the major problem is the lack of funding. Obviously, over the past few years, traditional conventional funding for real estate investors has been the norm. So it's really easy. You go down to your local bank or your mortgage broker or whoever. I mean, it seemed like everybody was handing out loans for a while there, everybody and his brother. But you go down there and you just say, hey, I need to get an investment loan on this property. It's usually like 5% down, or no money down if you have really great credit. And they just put it together for you. Well, that kind of has dried up. Financing is more difficult to get now because we're in the middle of the mortgage meltdown or whatever. And so a majority of real estate investors have just kind of given up the boat, and they're like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to buy in any real estate investing because there's no money. The press would have you believe there's no money. There's not a drop of money left in the bucket for you to buy real estate investment properties. It's just not there. Unfortunately, that is not true, and it's a shame that concept is being shelled upon the mind of the public. Because right now, there's actually 7 good funding sources that you can use to fund your real estate investment deals. So this series is going to go over that. We're going to focus on each one of those different 7 elements that you can use in your business to buy as many properties as you realistically need over the next few years when it's the best time to buy real estate ever. So we're going to focus on all that, and of course we're going to point out the pros and the cons of each of these different methods. And you just want to keep in the back of your mind 2 things. First of all, sometimes you can combo these types of financing programs together. It gets a little bit more complicated when you do that, when you can kind of see, if you really look a little bit deeper, maybe to level 2 or level 3, that if you start matching up these different types of financing together, that you can actually create a synergy that's more powerful than any of the individual items themselves. Item number 2 I want you to keep thinking in the back of your head is keep an open mind, and say, instead of saying, oh, that's not going to work for me, or that won't work here, or that won't work there, start saying, how can I use this? How can I use this fast? Would it be even better? How can I quickly incorporate this into my business and find a way to make this work for me? Now, obviously, a few of these that we're going to talk about are for people that have great credit. They're not all for people that have great credit, but if you're somebody that has had your credit blasted because one of 2, 3, or 4, 5, 6, 100 different reasons, then the great credit methods are not the ones you're going to want to focus on. You're going to want to focus on the ones that credit is not really a key factor involved there. So otherwise, if you do have great credit, then you can take advantage of all of these 7 different methods. And we will be, like I said, going over each one of them in depth. Thank you for stopping by, and check out the next episode where we are going to be talking about conventional financing. Not my favorite one, but let's start there and move our way up, shall we? See you in the next show.